ets estimat. Escolta-ho, és veritat, ets estimat. El cor ho portes gravat, ets estimat.
Mireu, en aquest Tabor Conference 2019 som uns afortunats, som afortunades perquè viurem coses úniques. I una de les coses úniques és tenir un ponent únic. I avui, aquest cap de setmana, tenim nosaltres un ponent que ve dels Estats Units, ve acompanyat de jet lag, ve de Connecticut, està casat, té pare de 2 fills, és seguidor del Barça. Sisplau, un fort aplaudiment per Òscar Fuster.
Do you want me to speak real American? Hello there. My name's Oscar Rivera and I love bacon. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your conference. I want to start with something different. Hopefully this works, and if not, it's his fault. I'm just kidding. All we do is win, no matter what. Jesus on my mind, nigga, never give up. So every time we step up in this building, everybody's hands go. Stop, DJ. No. I need you all to give me that Barcelona love, that España love. I need love. I need now. You ready? You sure? Alright, let's try this again. DJ, all again. Everybody stand up. All we do is win, no matter what. Jesus on my mind, and I never give up. So every time we step up in this building, everybody's hands go. And we see there, and we see there, and we see there. born in the United States, but my family's from this small little island called Puerto Rico. La casa de reggaeton, you know? My family, everyone was born in Puerto Rico, except for me and my two younger sisters. I was born in the United States. I speak Spanish. You sound like my tío, bro. Yeah, speak Spanish. Speak Spanish ahora. Oh, mira, aquí tengo la chancla. In my family, I was the one that was considered the curious one. I got into a lot of trouble being a curious little boy. My mother used to put little bells on my shoes so that she can hear when I was getting in trouble. I would run around the house and all you hear was she knew that if the ding-a-ling stopped, that I was in trouble. My mom is one of the reasons that I am not in jail today. My mom plus God is the reason why I am not in jail. Now, I'm not telling you a story like my mom showed me a lot of love. My mom showed me a lot of chancla. If you've ever seen the movie The Avengers, then you know that there's a point when Captain America would take his shield and he would throw it and it'd come right back. Do you know where Captain America got that power from? My mama, thank you. In America, that would have been a fight between you and me, talking about my mama. That was a joke. I used to do real stupid things. Like, one time, I lit a trash can on fire. Not outside, in the kitchen. Then I tried to put out that fire with dried spaghetti. That situation is what we call lit. I called the emergency line and I told the firefighter, my house is on fire, please don't tell my mama. Well, that night, there was two things on fire. The kitchen and my butt. Because my mom lit me up with the chancla. One day, I got real sick. My mom didn't let me go to the hospital. My mom thought that she couldn't take care of it. So she bought some Vicks. Vicks is a Puerto Rican remedy for everything. It's like chapstick or Vaseline, but with drugs. She took this and it burns really bad. And she rubbed it all over my body. Front of my eyes. Put them on my mouth. So I would shut up. Then she took a big glob of this and put it in boiling hot water. She put the hot water under my bed and told me, no te levantes de esa cama o te vas a quemar. But I think she put too much Vicks in my ears because I didn't hear anything. My mom left and the bell started ringing. I jumped out of my bed and jumped into a hot pot of boiling water. I scream out words that I can't tell you at a Catholic conference. They're all bad. My mom comes in and she says, "Yo te dije." And I'm like, "Mom, my feet are on fire." Go to sleep. I didn't go to the hospital that day. I slept with burnt feet. And she put Vicks on it. I was a curious kid. Can I have my iPad? Translate that. Dame el iPad. Gracias. I grew up in the United States, and my English is not good. I have a lisp. Now, in Barcelona, the lisp is awesome. Everyone has a lisp. In the United States, only I have a lisp. So when I came to Barcelona, I sounded like a rock star. My English and my lisp was amazing. I said things like Mississippi. And where is the soda? And where is the, I would make things lisp that didn't make sense. Like metros. No, it's just metro, bro. I learned a word that you guys all use, vale. I didn't know what that meant. They're like, vale. I'm like, okay. Vale. Okay. Vale. Okay. 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 When I went to a restaurant in the United States, I was in a very, very bad part of the United States. It was an area that was very racist. And I don't look like your average American guy. And I walked into a restaurant and the lady told me, "I don't serve you españolos." Excuse me? Did you say YOLO? She said, "Don't talk back to me, españolo." I said, wait. Are you saying that I am from España and I'm all about YOLO? You trying to be funny, españolo? Españolo is what I use to wipe my sweat. You're funny. I don't want your chicken. I always had a dream that I would someday come to Spain. And when I got the invitation to come to Spain, I thought to myself, God, there's nothing that I can do in Spain that you aren't already doing. It was a moment of humility. It was a moment of knowing that maybe my curiosity has led me to something greater than just me. There's two curiosities in this world. There's what we call a holy curiosity. And then there's a unholy curiosity. I'll give you an example of two people in the Bible. One that used a holy curiosity and another who used an unholy curiosity. The first is Moses. Moses saw a flaming bush in the desert and was curious, and he walked towards it. He even touched the fire and it did not burn him. He was transformed by that fire. A holy curiosity. The second was David. David saw something else that was hot. Her name was Bathsheba. His unholy curiosity led him to touch that fire. And because of that, someone had to die. There are two curiosities in this world. And the one that I'm speaking of tonight, the one that I want you to really think about tonight, is that curiosity from Moses. God invited me to come to a conference back in 1995. That invitation was one that I would never forget. For the first time in my life, at that conference, I felt loved. I felt like I was someone's beloved. I didn't want to go to this conference. Some of you probably didn't want to come to this conference. Someone asked me to go. They said, "Will you go find Jesus?" I said, "No." "Well, will you go get healed?" No. So in the last bit of effort, this person said to me, "But there's going to be a lot of girls at this conference." Vale. Sign me up. I went to this conference in search of love, and I left the conference with a love that I'll never give back. And that's the love of Jesus. Oh, como una telenovela. But it was that moment, en ese momento, when I heard the call, esa llamada para ser diferente, esa llamada para ser valiente, sobreviviente, para ser un amado de Dios. Cuando me invitaron para venir para Barcelona, yo estaba de los nervios. Las diferentes tentaciones ¿qué tú vas a decir a un grupo de jóvenes en Barcelona that they don't already know? You don't belong in Barcelona with a tentación. Oye, for months, yo andaba en la casa practicando estas diferentes charlas. My family doesn't speak Spanish. My 2 kids, Cecilia and Antonio, looked at me and said, "Daddy, you drunk?" No. Cecilia, Antonio, ustedes son Rivera también. Tú no entiendes el idioma como yo no lo entiendo, pero somos Rivera. Somos una gente that our bloodline comes from España. When I think about that, to know that when I step foot on this land, that a part of my blood belongs here, changes everything. Because that means not only are we family through the sacraments, not only are we family because we belong to one holy Catholic Apostolic Church, pero somos familia de sangre. When they invited me to come, the first thing that came to my mind is, I want to come and help my family. I want you to understand that as you sit in this seat, thinking about why you are here, know that you're not here because of your yes. That you are here because of God's yes. That you are here because He invited you. That you are here because He loves you. I wish I knew every single one of your stories, but I could only think of one collective story as I sat on the metro every day for the past 3 days. I would sit on the metro and I would see a people that put on their headphones and wouldn't even notice that I was there. I walked down the Ramblas and the only people that wanted to talk to me were the people who wanted my money. I went to the beach and everyone was so preoccupied with what she wasn't wearing and the suntan that no one even noticed that I stood there. So I said to myself, if this is me, then there has to be a family member who walks around Barcelona like no one even knows they exist. And I want to tell you that I know you exist. And God knows you exist. I look into the eyes of individuals that communicate love. I see when you guys get excited for the music that your eyes communicate love. We have a desire to love. But above that desire to give love, we also want to be loved. I want you to think about that curiosity, a holy curiosity, that says, why would that man on that stage leave his family behind to communicate a love to me? Before coming to Barcelona, I was on another Steubenville conference. When that Steubenville conference was over, I took my own parish kids to a conference the following weekend. We got home around midnight, and 5 hours later I got on a train, then I got on a plane, and now I'm here. Why? Because there's a love that I want you to encounter. This isn't a job for me. This is my life. And I want it to be yours too. Can you imagine, of the thousands of people that walk into that metro, that you could be that one person that can love someone on that metro just by acknowledging that they exist? And if you do that, then I'm pretty sure the rest of Barcelona would do that. And if Barcelona does that, then Madrid does that. If Madrid does that, all of España does that. If España does it, all of Europe does it. Our world is lacking true love. And Jesus nos está invitando en este momento, ahora mismito, to ascend, to climb the mountain, to join him, to see how he was transformed and how we should be transformed. The life of the disciples were changed. Were changed because they stopped and they followed. They went up the mountain to see Jesus in a different way. In España and throughout the whole world, everyone sees Jesus as just a fictional character, a part of our history, something my grandparents do. It's only our history. But no one sees Jesus for the man who he is and the God who he is. We only see things that we wear on our necklaces. I went to the Sagrada Familia yesterday. Thousands of people in this church, and not one of them knew who Jesus was. One of the pictures of the Sagrada Familia that made me cry in public was when I walked outside and there's Jesus on that giant pillar being scourged. And I made eye contact with just this artistic representation. And everyone's walking around laughing, smiling, pointing at all the ugly statues. And no one realizes that that scourged Jesus He's being scourged for us. I don't know your story. I'm not gonna lie, part of me wanted to know your story so that I can come and deliver an amazing message that spoke directly to every single one of you. But that's none of my business. That's the business of the Holy Spirit. I promise you that if you say yes tonight, not tomorrow, not later, tonight, that if you give Jesus just a little bit of room, then He will change your life for something greater. Guys, when I said yes to that invitation in 1995, I only gave Him that much. There was a song that was being sung. I thought it was an annoying song. It kept repeating the same words over and over and over. Come into my life. Come into my life. Come into my life, Lord. Come into my life. And at the end of the song, I got up and I left. I got up mad. I remember sitting somewhere in the middle, like if I was here, right in the middle, and I heard that song and I got up and I was like, basura, this is horrible. I hate this conference. And I walked out. Before I walked out, I had to make sure that Jesus knew exactly how I felt. So I walked out and I came back in. You want to come into my life? Do you know how crappy my life is? No, I'm not done with you. You're going to invite me to join you on a mission because you think I can do it? Do you know I can't? I'm this kid from the barrio. I like hip hop. I like crappy stuff. You can't use me. Stop asking me. I'm not done. Do you genuinely think? Do you genuinely think that? Do you think that I can love you like you love me? I can't. I'm broken. I have nothing. And I walked away for one last time when I heard in my heart of hearts, I loved you in my brokenness on the cross, and yet here I am inviting you. I wish I had the magic words. I wish I knew what you were going through. How can you tell me about love, Oscar? My parents don't even love me. How can you tell me about love? I'm always loving people, and guess what? I get used. Well, how do you want me to give to love when I don't even know what true love is? Do you know that I show everybody on Instagram and Snapchat all my smiles? Selfie, filter, smile. I want everyone to like my picture, to send me a heart, so that I can see that they see me. But do you know that when I take that picture, I'm smiling, but my heart is broken? I'm desperate. I'm anxious. I'm depressed. I'm lonely. I'm scared. But I can't show people that. I can't show people that, because if I do, then they'll judge me. I'm not judging you. And Jesus isn't judging you like that. He wants your heart. He doesn't want to give you a fake Instagram heart. He wants to give you His real, bleeding, loving heart. I had this in my head perfectly. I was going to come in. The Holy Spirit was going to land on my tongue. I was going to speak your language. They were going to write down in the history books that the short, fat Puerto Rican guy from the United States started speaking our language and changed my life. That's not what God wants. Look at me. Look at me. Heads up, eyes on me for 1 second. You guys are so loved, man. And that love came with a price tag. That price tag was that crucifixion. Sound guy, I hate to do this to you. Video guy, I hate to do this to you, but I'm stepping down for a second. This is just the stage with lights and speakers. But you know what's real? This. You know, from that stage I can't see your faces, but from here I can see them. There's part of me that wants to be home. There's part of me that wants to be with my family. But oye, like, you really are my family. I don't even know you, but I know that we're family. This is the one moment in your life that you have to feel what I feel. This weekend is that one opportunity that you have to feel like He felt. We get all excited. I can finally say that I can get super excited. Like we can wave our Barcelona football team, and we can get real excited about our football club, and we get excited and we fill the stadium. And we get real excited. But like, yo, if you knew that the banner that you and I fly, the banner of Jesus Christ, then you would be absolutely insanely happy right now. Man, like I can see it in some of your faces that you're longing for something different. You do the same thing over and over and over again. And you pray that something different comes from it. But what if I told you that maybe you should stop doing the same thing and do something different this weekend? I started off tonight saying all we do is win. But what if I told you that maybe all you have to do is lose? Lose your life right now and let Jesus win for you. Stay right here with me. What if I told you back here that you're not just the back corner of the Tabor Conference? Yo, what if I told you back here, right? What if I told you, all of you, that you are the reason I'm here? I'm being so serious right now in saying this. Yo, what if I told you not that bro. Feels like he's about to pass out. No, sir. What if I told you? Oh, you don't have the headset. Lo que te voy a decir ahora mismo. Oye, no solo de no, quédate. Que tú eres amado. Que, no. El amor que yo te voy a dar no es el amor mío, pero el amor de Dios Todopoderoso. Que tú vas a cambiar este mundo. Que tú vas a cambiar este mundo. I came back here to tell him that. He didn't even have headphones on. Esto es nuestra familia, yo. Listen. I want you guys to know this. Porque hoy nosotros somos los invitados. Los invitados a una conferencia, pero más de una conferencia, estamos invitados para entrar en una vida que no va a ser nuestra vida nada más. Que vamos a entrar en un amor que va a cambiar este mundo. Amén. Yo sé que en este momento no sabemos lo que queremos responder. Yo casi no sé lo que está hablando. Pero yo sé que hay una llamada. Hay una llamada aquí entre ustedes jóvenes. Una llamada para un amor diferente. No el amor que el mundo se sigue tirándote en la cara, que este amor es un amor verdadero. No, ese amor es un amor del diablo. No es el amor que necesitamos en este mundo. Amén. El amor en que nuestro Dios nos está invitando esta noche es un amor de sacrificio. Es un amor verdadero. No esperes hasta mañana, hasta el domingo. No te sigas diciendo que yo soy la iglesia del futuro o que esta iglesia no es para mí, es para mi abuela y para mi padre. No. Esta misión de esta iglesia, este amor es para todos nosotros aquí invitados. Si quieren cambiar el mundo, tiene que empezar hoy. Tenemos que ser valientes, porque esta llamada no es fácil. Esta llamada es duro, porque el sacrificio, pero esta llamada te va a cambiar tu vida. No solamente para el bueno, pero para lo mejor. Yo soy un hombre de aventura. Y yo te lo prometo, si hoy mismo ustedes deciden que sí, que este momento sí, voy a ascender hasta la montaña Tabor con nuestro Jesús, que voy a ascender para venir para abajo cambiado, diferente. Yo te lo prometo, si este momento ustedes dicen que sí, you won't regret it. En 1995 yo dije que sí. And from that moment on, my life has been a perpetual adventure. Found my wife, got 2 beautiful kids, and I found you, my españolos. Te quiero dejar con esto. Give this conference a chance. Give it a chance. Tap into that holy curiosity that's inviting you to touch a holy fire. And I promise you that our church, who is your mother, will finally take the bells off your little feet, because she will know for certain that you're safe. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo, y Dios Todopoderoso, te rogamos en este momento que nos des la fe, la confianza para decirte que sí. Te rogamos, Señor, que derrames tus bendiciones sobre todos nosotros. Tú sabes que mi corazón y muchos de los corazones que están aquí tienen diferentes heridas, tú sabes que muchos de nuestros jóvenes aquí y hasta yo vivimos en un mundo oscuro. Que nos sentimos como estamos solos, que no estamos amados. Espíritu Santo, yo te suplico que tú derrames tus bendiciones sobre esta conferencia. Que hoy, esta noche, con tu poder, por tu obra, podemos podemos decir que sí. Porque junto, como el cuerpo de Cristo, vamos a seguir la misión y cambiar toda España y cambiar todo este mundo. Pero primero con el corazón, Señor. Virgen María, tú que nos enseñaste cómo decir que sí, te pedimos que tú nos cubras con tu amor, con tu fe, con tu cariño. Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres, y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora y en la hora de nuestra muerte. En nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. San Jorge.